What is the hardest thing in this world? I think the hardest job is if you're homeless. And the hardest thing in this world is for victims to be able to accept all of their loss. And my worst loss of all is my beautiful atheist boys. I have to accept that loss. I was driven to the third abortion. I had 2 miscarriages, an abortion, driven there. And I had to do it. And then the father of my 2 children killed his 4th one, so I called it Arthur has not the 4th. 4 children by him and then 2 living ones. Well, if I would have just been driven to the 5th, a second time for the abortion, I'm glad my son's born. But then I wouldn't have had to deal with 28 years of complete total hell. Of, I'm worthless. And attacked at all levels illegally. And what was done on Facebook is unspeakable. And that led to my gang rape and being raped outside. And they're like video raped, and then they say I'm a prostitute when I was really raped. And I was child molested. So my life is useless, except my job was I'm a survivor, but I just accept the loss of everything. And my children, grand, beautiful atheist boys, 25 and 27, I'm not allowed to have any contact with them for the total of 17 years. 17 entire years. It's a huge loss. And 2006, I was mentally blocked from being attacked every single time I go to try to see my boy. Thrown into the wall real hard. And the floodgates opened up when I was a little girl. Little, that's what happened to me. I should have just died being thrown against the wall when I was small. Hey, that rhymes. And there's just way too many victims in this world that make this world hell. Things are what you make of it. Life is what you make of it. It's total bullshit. Life is what the insane, abusing narcissist makes it for their victim that they chose. That's why Earth is hell. It's hell because of them. And they're little Satan gods. And I guess Satan loves to see innocent victims tortured. And I guess that's what the book of Job was all about. And the prodigal son was all about. How can you even, if anybody has a brain, if anybody has any sense, common sense, what the hell is up with the prodigal son in the book of Job. And then Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark, who cares? And there's no proof of anything. You know what I mean? They say they find proof of it. It's such a stupid story. And it says, well, it's Satan God. Satan God wanted to blot out man because every thought of man was evil. When in reality, the Old Testament Satan God is the insane, abusing narcissist. And, he's totally evil. And you don't even know who the hell Noah is. And I would have to, review what narcissism is. That's reality. And it's really weird that, people don't question, like when Hitler ruled. So, you just look at the Old Testament as Hitler, right? The Nazis didn't question Hitler. Most insane one of them. Stalin was worse than Hitler. And, again, I should know. I should know what I'm talking about. I should read. Which isn't one of my favorite things to do. It never was. Me and my younger son. It was not our favorite thing to do. He was my best friend when he was 13. But I was not his. And I remember. He probably doesn't. He was screamed at. You tell your mother that you want her around. You tell her now. You tell your mother that you never want to see her again. That you don't want her around. You tell your mother. You tell your mother. You tell your mother. You tell your mother. And you never ever want her around. You never want to see her again. You don't want her. You tell your mother. So David Matthew Keebler had to tell me that. Even though he didn't want to. He was forced to. And then it was my horrifying husband. A piece of shit. And I was able to find out that David worked at Wendy's. So I called there. And I was able to talk to him in 2020. And he said, I didn't know what happened to you if you were dead. And that's what certain family members wanted to happen to me. They wanted me dead. With all the illegal stuff that they did to me. I don't know what happened to you. I thought you were dead. I could never recall where he lives at. So this video is saying goodbye to my boys. You are well and alive.